my channel. I am 27 today, not the day of filming, but the day of uploading. This will go up on my 27th birthday. So for today's Glitter Week look, I wanted to do something a little more outrageous with a little bit of color. I actually think this is perfect for a festival. This look is pretty different for me. It's not something I would usually wear. However, if I was going to a festival, I would totally wear something like this, something fun, something full of color, and something a little bit different. In fact, if I was actually going to a festival right now and not filming for the rest of the day, I would totally just cover myself in glitter. I really hope you've been enjoying Glitter Week so far, and if you'd like to see how I achieved this look, then stay tuned for the tutorial. I have already prepped my eyes the same way I've prepped them all week, with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Yes, I got it right. And then the NARS Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the shade Crystal. I'm now going to go into the Chloe Morello and Ciate Pretty Fun and Fearless palette. And I'm going to start with the shade Skinny Dip. And I'm just going to start by applying that into my crease. This shade is very, very light on me, so I can kind of be a little bit messy with it. I'm just blending that into the crease and just kind of around that crease area. And I'm using the Zoeva Luxe crease brush for this. I'm now taking the shade next to that, which is called Unconditional. Same brush, and applying that in that same crease area. And just blending it out a little further on the edges. The other week I went to a MAC preview, and what I'm about to show you is one of my favorite products from the preview. This is the Kabuki Magic Spring Summer 2017 Dazzle Shadow, and look at how beautiful these are. Like, they're insanely beautiful. I'm obsessed, and the pigment is amazing. I think I just doubled that up on one finger. Anyway, the pigment is crazy amazing, so I'm going to use one of those today. I'm going to take this pink shade here, and I'm just going to take it on my fingers, and I'm applying that straight to the main part of my eyelid. I'm then going to take this contour shader by Zoeva and just blend out those edges slightly. If you wanted this to look even more pigmented, a sticky eye base would just hold this in place even more. But my eye base is super velvety to make everything easy to blend out. I'm now going to warm up the crease area a little bit with this shadow here. It's called Morocco, and it's by Makeup Geek. And I just have a clean Luxe, well, it's no longer clean, it was a clean Luxe crease brush. And I'm just going to take that into my crease area really lightly, just to warm it up a little bit more. And I'll just blend that out with my other cleaner Luxe crease brush. I'm then going to highlight under my brow bone with this kind of pinkish tone. I'm going into the Zoeva Winter Strobe Spectrum, sorry. And I'm going to take this shade here. And this is a Luxe Smoky Shader brush. And I'm just going to pop that right under the arch of my brow bone. I'm actually going to double that up with a shade from the Spring Strobe Spectrum, and I'm using this shade here. It looks kind of greenish, but it reflects super pink. I'm now going to tightline my upper waterline with the Marc Jacobs Highliner, whoops, wrong end, in the shade Blacker. Not sure if you can tell by now, but this is definitely my favorite eye pencil right now. I'm then going to go in with mascara, and I'm using the Tarte's mascara. For lashes today, I'm going for a bit more of a natural look, so I'm going to use the MECCA Cosmetica Defining False Lashes. While that lash glue is drying a little bit, I'm just going to clean up what I can of this glitter. And I'm also going to apply my primer, which is going to be this MAC Strobe Cream. This is in the shade Peach Light, which is one of their new shades of strobe. I always wondered what I would do with a primer that has a peachy reflect in it, but really, it's kind of perfect for this. Also, I've already filled in my brows using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Blonde, as always. Just gonna pop these lashes on. I know it's so hard to be patient and let your lashes dry before applying them. Well, at least for someone like me it is. I'm so impatient. But trust me when I say that it makes the process so much easier than using a really fresh, wet glue because they just slide everywhere. Okay, so I'm actually going to use my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 8, but I'm going to mix that in with the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder. That must literally be my ultimate combination because they're two of my favourite foundations right there. And I'm going to apply it with this Hourglass brush. Still looks quite dark, but hold on a second. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to apply more Light Wonder, less Armani. Really, I probably could have just used 6.5, but I didn't. So here we go. Might be our winning combo. That coverage and that glow is excellent. Color matching is good. If I'm applying quite a dark foundation, I like to use a clean foundation brush to go around my hairline. Otherwise, because my hair is quite light, it's a very easy way to just get foundation stuck in your hair and it does not look good. So this is the NARS concealer again, but it's in the shade 2.5, which is quite light. But actually I think it kind of is going to make that kind of dark foundation work better on my skin with some highlighting. And then I'm just going to use this Hourglass buffing brush to buff that out, or in. And I'm just going to apply one of the Zoeva concealers from their concealer spectrum to my little pimple friend down here. Although it's quite raised at the moment, so chances of it disappearing completely are slim to none right now. I'm just going to powder lightly under my eyes with that NARS powder from earlier. And I'm actually using a much bigger brush than I would usually use for this. I'm using the Luxe Face Focus. Usually I only powder directly underneath my eyes, but today we're going lower. Maybe I'll just powder my chin. So I'm going to go back into the Pretty Fun Fearless palette and straight into Unconditional. And I'm applying that underneath my eye. I was actually going to go in with that Morocco shade underneath my eyes too, but looking at it now, I kind of feel like it's warm enough as is, so I might just leave it at Unconditional. I'm also going to put the Fake Awake by Tarte pencil on my lower waterline. I'm going to load up my bottom lashes with the Marc Jacobs Feather Noir Mascara. I have used this before and it's just so good for doing your little teeny tiny bottom lashes because it means that you don't get mascara everywhere like you would if you were using a fuller mascara wand. Ooh yeah, I'm feeling this. Okay, I'm now going to apply blush, and I'm going to use the Pink Spectrum, also by Zoeva. They're getting a real workout today, aren't they? And I'm going to use this shade here on a Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush by Zoeva as well. Actually, I'm going to use a mixture of these two. And applying that to the apples of my cheeks and upwards. Making sure it's nicely blended in. I'm now going to highlight, and I want my highlight everywhere to be very pink. So I'm going to use a mixture between these two highlights from the Strobe Spectrums. Again, the same as what I did under my brow bone. And I'm going to use this Luxe Powder Fusion brush. Ooh, I'm obsessed with this pink highlight. Going in with the second one now, onto the tip of my nose, and Cupid's bow. Oh, I love this look. Now for the part which could just totally ruin this whole thing, but I'm hoping it will instead be super cool. Now for the lips. Honestly, if you wanted to, I think you could work this with something a little bit more neutral and it would be quite a wearable look, but we're not going for wearable today. No, no, no. So I'm going to start with the Urban Decay Twitch lipstick, and this is a creamy formula. Just going to go in with it. And I'm just going to get this on this Zoeva lip brush just to clean up the edges a little bit. Okay, so lipstick is on, and I'm sure you probably thought we were going to stop there, right? But no, we're not. I'm now going to go in with the shade Black Light from Makeup Geek. I'm actually so proud of myself because when I bought this, I was like, I'm not going to be able to use that. How am I going to use this? Because it's such a kind of unique shade and it's not really something that I would have ever thought I would wear, but because it was so pretty, I was like, I just have to have it. And now this will be the second time I've actually used it, and I'm so proud of myself because I really kind of shy away from things like this. So I'm just going to put this straight onto my finger. Oh yeah. And I'm going to start patting that onto my lips. And I've basically put that all over my lips, which has actually made them matte, which I also love. I just couldn't find the right shade of purple in a matte formula in my collection. So I wanted to make it a matte, but I also wanted to add that kind of bluish mermaid kind of vibe to it. So that has now made it matte. I'm then going to take it one step further and go into the Winter Strobe Spectrum and take this shade here, which is kind of a lighter blue. I'm just going to add that to the center. To take it one step further and add a little bit more glitter, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in the shade Distortion. This is an eyeliner, so I don't know if it's approved to go on the lips. I'm just going to tell you, but I have worn it before and it seems to be fine for me, so hopefully it is legit. I'm just going to add that really lightly in kind of a few areas in the center of the lip, just so it looks like kind of a little lip highlight. And that is the look complete. I was considering going even further and putting a pink, like a more intense pink glitter on my eyes, but I'm kind of happy just leaving it with the lips as the main focus. But by all means, play around with this look, like just go crazy for it, I say. I really hope you guys enjoyed this festival look for Glitter Week. I will, of course, leave all the products in the description down below, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.